Hey guys, DagTex here, and welcome to episode 1 of a new series that I'm starting called How Do I?, where I explain Minecraft's redstone mechanic. Because let's face it, it's a little bit difficult to learn on your own. So today's episode is How Do I Redstone? So we'll be discussing redstone. Now, what is redstone? Well, it looks like the stuff that I have in my hand, and you mine it deep underground from redstone ore. When placed, it looks like this reddish kind of line on top of these blocks here. And it is Minecraft's wiring. It's power conduit. If I directly power it from this lever here, it'll turn on with brightness and particle effects, and it'll extend out 15 blocks before running out of power at the 16th. So remember, it only goes 15 blocks. Now, the use of this is that it can power things like pistons and lights, but it tends to confuse the new Minecrafter. Now, why is this? Well, they'll put a light here, it'll turn on. They'll put a light right next to it, it'll turn on. They'll put a light on top of it, but it won't turn on. Why is this light not turning on? It's touching the redstone wire block, isn't it? I mean, look at that. The hitbox is touching it. And this is powered. Why isn't it on? The answer is that redstone only powers certain things. Redstone will power the block that it's on if the block it's on is opaque, like quartz and the general building materials such as dirt, stone, wood, all those non-see-through blocks, non-transparent blocks, opaque. It will power those when it's on top of it. But other than that, it will only power blocks that it visibly leads into. So if I get rid of this right here, it's going straight at me now. And if I put a light here, that's not a light, put a light there, it will power that light because it's leading visibly directly into it. Now this is where it can get a little tricky because you can actually redirect redstone with a bend, and now it's no longer visibly leading into it. Or you can put it back and it will visibly lead into it. You gotta pay attention to where it visibly leads. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it where it just goes past it and people are confused why it's not turning on. Now, there's another thing you can do, which is with these opaque blocks, these non-see-through blocks, if they are getting power, like the one underneath it, it will power the things that it touches. Not strongly, so I can't power redstone that's out here. It's not redstone. Can't power redstone that's out here. But it can power things like lamps and pistons, things that'll turn on with power. So, now, what else is there to redstone? Well, redstone, besides the fact it can go up and down blocks, can't go on side or underneath, can't go on transparent blocks, except for hap slabs, stairs, which both have to be upside down, by the way, so that they're aligned with the top surface right here, glowstone, and hoppers. And we'll explain hoppers in a later video. So, since this block can have redstone put on it, but cannot receive power, if a block is on the side of it, it will not receive power. If it's leading directly into a half slab, or glass, the block next to it will not turn on even if it normally would have been able to. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, this redstone is leading directly into this lamp. Why isn't it turning on? The answer is because it's actually not leading directly into the lamp. It's leading directly into the air block above the lamp. See, redstone rests on top of the blocks. So if I put a block there, it turns on, and this is touching a block that's powered directly, so it can turn on. And that's how that gets powered. Now, the last thing to know, once again, has to do with the types of blocks that you're using. If it's an opaque block, and you place it in such a position that it would block this from this in a step by cutting off at the corner, it will actually cut it off. See? No more power. Not even visibly connected. However, if you use something transparent, it will ignore it. So, that's all that you really need to know about how to use redstone. See me next time when I explain how torches work. Until then, guys, have a good one.